George Foreman's making that final walk that separates man and warrior, soon to be in battle there in the ring. Mike Tyson's got his eye on the prize. He has complete focus on his ring walk here.
In the blue corner, by way of Marshall, Big George Foreman. His adversary, by way of Brooklyn, Iron Mike Tyson.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. Well timed by Mike Tyson. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Good return fire that time. Teddy, I assume many times in your career, you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. What did you tell him? What did you try to cement in his head leading up to that fight?
You know, sometimes you get caught up when you're fighting a fighter with those great, outstanding physical attributes like tallness and height, reach advantage. You start to think that only one way is the way to go. You got to force yourself to work your way in. I remind myself and I remind my fighter that you can step out and make the taller man give up his height. Walk him into traps.
And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Huge right hand from George Foreman. Oh, good exchange there. Committing to the body work now. He lands the right hand.
Keep it going.
Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by George Foreman. Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. Now he's targeting upstairs. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Rush. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Able to show you his blocking ability. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. He clearly came in with a strategy here tonight, Teddy, and so many times it's, hey, I'm going to bang that drum.
Yeah, he is banging that drum. That drum happens to be the body, and he figures that he's going to try to move on him, so start doing it early on, and later on, he's going to have a guy in front of him.
Solid counter punch by Mike Tyson. Little head knocking with that right hand. Comes across with a hook up top. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good right hand by George Foreman. Right to the belt line. Goes up top with a right hand. Oh, what an uppercut. And the round comes to an end. Now that he's back in the corner, we get a close-up look. Tyson's cut even looks worse.
And it's up to the fighter now, Joe, for his attitude not to change. You know, we can look at it and we can say, wow, that cut looks worse. The fans can look at it and say that. But the fighter must be steady, the same attitude, as though he doesn't have a cut. Otherwise, he has no chance of winning this fight.
And round number 3 is underway. Good work defensively by George Foreman. Plus, he landed that counterpunch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Well, he's sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. Big George Foreman, originally from Marshall, Texas, where as a youth, Teddy, he was involved in a lot of street fights. He had a reputation as the kind of guy that you didn't mess with out and about.
You know, we've had a lot of fighters that have come out that route. Boxing has turned a lot of young men who were in trouble on the streets, turned them into not only world champions, but, you know, world champions as people that could serve society. Foreman is one of those young men.
90 seconds to go here in this round. That is a strong uppercut there. Tyson starting to score at ease against his opponent there. Anytime you can land a 3-punch combination, you're really hitting your groove. Now, this is exactly what I love out of an offensive fighter, Teddy. A guy who's able to put together the multi-punch combinations and make it look like it's just the sweet science.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you can do when you have good fundamentals. Not just good physical ability. That's only part of the equation, but just good technical ability. And that's what he's doing. He's snapping his punches. They're nice and clean. They're crisp. They're short. They're together.
Targeted counterpunch by Mike Tyson. I like the way he went up top. That Tyson's hit by a right hand. Well, if anything has been learned from the first 3 rounds is that sometimes just being the busier fighter will do well for you. And that's the case right now for him as he's up 2-1 on Teddy's scorecard.
Yeah, not always landing a lot. You put it very well, Joe. Not always landing a lot, but keeping his opponent defensive and keeping him from doing what he wants to do.
Foreman with a big uppercut. A thundering right hand from George Foreman. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. That's a fierce left hand that landed by George Foreman. Now he places that hook right to the body. Foreman's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
A well-placed overhand right. He missed with that headshot. And now another left. Good flush shot upstairs. Overhand right can be so effective. Little head hunting with the left. George Foreman's all of a sudden finding his stride here. In that last round, we saw vast improvement. He's still down on your scorecard, right, Teddy?
Yeah, I have him down a little bit.
But he's making a comeback here based on what we just saw.
He's doing what he needs to do. You know, he's picking up the pace a little bit, and he's starting to get into the right range. To me, before, he was too far back. Now he's taking the steps to put himself in position where he can start doing the things he needs to do to get back in this fight.
Start a new round here. It's hard to believe that we're even in this round based on how that last round finished.
Well, if you ever watch some of those Houdini movies, you know, the great escape artist, kind of hard to believe he got out of some of those fixes he was in. You know, inside that box with chains around him underwater. He's going to have to do a Houdini right here.
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
He's committed to going to the gut. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Crafty counter punching. Oh boy, big shot up top. Flush right hand to the head. Halfway into round number 5 here. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by George Foreman. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Little volume punching to the body there. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. And that's the end of round 5. Mike Tyson's cut man is going to earn his pay for sure. That is a bad gash.
And I'm wondering what he's using in there. You know, you can only use certain things, Avitine, adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using legal things right now, because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Huge uppercut by Tyson. George Foreman's in desperate need of an adjustment here. His style is not conducive to this fight turning around right now. These middle rounds are not being won by a brawling style.
No, not at all. If he had a physical guy in front of him, he'd get away with it. But he's got a technician in front of him. A guy who's just taking him apart, little by little.
Up top with the right hand. What a big shot from George Foreman. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. George Foreman's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Pulls the trigger fast. More than one punch downstairs. That can be damaging. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Well played, straight right hand. Tyson's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. See him trying to cut down that tree with a well-placed right hand. Tyson's left working well that time. Good exchange, he fires back. Tyson's timing with his head movement has been ideal. We have not seen his opponent being able to land anything clean up top tonight.
No, because his opponent is not making the proper adjustments. You know, when the head is moving, the body's still there. You can't catch the head, go downstairs to the body. You paralyze that head. You start to take that movement away. Before you know it, the guy's not quite as elusive.
We got it. All right. All we need is water up there, and that's it. We don't need that. We'll throw that away.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo. To the head he goes with a left hand. Well-placed hook there.
Keep it going.
Iron Mike with a big uppercut. Tyson's right hand scores well that time. Took a shot, now he gives a left. And now he scores well with the straight right. Oh, a nice, that's a shocker to see George. Big shot there. Foreman's leveled a good straight punch, put him there.
One, two, three.
And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Tyson's a brawler, right, Teddy?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the style that you think's going to carry him through? Because it's working out so far.
Yeah, if he can keep it going this way, you know, he's going to be happy. He wants to keep his opponent in this kind of mindset. Right now, he's got his opponent angry. I know that sounds funny, but he wants to keep angry because he's not thinking. He's fighting his fight.
Punches and bunches, combination up top. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Good solid shots with the combo downstairs. Beginning of round number 8 here. Teddy's scorecard has it in one direction. Tyson's up on Teddy's scorecard. However, Teddy, I think there is some concern with him. He has taken some damage.
Yeah, it's not a day at the beach. He thought it was at the beginning, but that tide is rolling in.
Defense can turn into offense. The counter punch by Mike Tyson. Tyson's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination? Very effective with the block and then the score. Off target with that hook. Good effective work with that straight right hand. Foreman's condition is not serving him well right now. He has damaged goods in there right now. He's going to need a minor miracle to get out of this situation.
Yeah, right now what he has to do is maybe something that, you know, you'd say, hey, who would want to do that? But grab the guy and actually fall down. Joe, you've seen it before where guys tumble down. They look like an NFL player more than they look like a boxer. Right now, he might need a tackle just to save a little time.
Well placed right. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Wow! Mike Tyson is on his pants. Iron Mike's got to get back up.
3.
Tyson's showing you what he is made of, getting up off the canvas after being knocked down. That's a nice combination. Left hook to the body, right hand. Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. that's the end of round 8. You can have the best game plan in the world, but when your eyes shuts closed like that, everything changes.
But one thing doesn't change, though, and that's the mentality of a warrior. You find a way. You do not give in. You find a way. You concentrate harder, and you see with that one eye what you need to see.
Banking away those body shots. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Tyson's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, Joe, because if you're too cautious, hey, your opponent, he reads it. You're not in that ring alone, you know, and then he's going to get more aggressive. So you want to go out there, maybe feint him a little bit. Let him think you're okay. Let him think you want to go after him. Let him think you want to engage a little bit, and then wind up boxing, staying on the outside, buying some time.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Missed the target with that hook. A little head hunting with the right. Scores up top with a left. Great hook to the head that time. Tyson's proving to be elusive. Got to be accurate to send the combination to the body, and he does that. And he just turns that hook up top, and it does damage. Tyson's getting a break as for now, but Teddy, he looked horrible at the end of that round. He was taking a lot of punishment.
Now this is where you really have to resolve the mentality of a fighter, because he's got to go back and face that in a minute when he comes out of his corner. Can he face that? Can he push that away out of his consciousness?
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Double jab right to the face. Comes right back at him with a left hand. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Double jab, big shot. The right came clean. And banging away he goes. Oh, and he goes down again. The question is, can he rise up and continue on?
One, two, three, 4, 5.
So Big George Foreman able to get up after that knockdown, and now a real challenge in front of him.
Now the challenge right now is really the opposite of any challenge that he's ever faced before. Usually the challenge is how to get rid of a guy. You know, how to put his big paws on a guy.
Foreman's hurt by a big shot. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Knocked down again. Unreal.
Now you gotta wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they gonna stop this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's over. This fight is over. George Foreman's a knockout victim. He couldn't beat the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockout, your winner,
I like the way he finished things tonight, Teddy. Tyson's your winner by knockout in a fight that he controlled throughout.
Well, I'm glad you liked it, and just as importantly, or more importantly, his trainer, his manager, and his promoter like it, because that means that he's going to be easy to sell now to television.